Hey everyone, Randy here, bringing you another Legends of Ascension video. In this video, we're going to go through all of the game modes and basically showcase everything this game has to offer right now. We're going to use this as for promoting the game. So we're going to go in order. So we have the character menu. Inside we have the character. This is your avatar. There will be skins available from rewards and to be purchased. Again, nothing in this game is going to offer anything for sale that will affect your game's progress or progression. So we have all the basic information here. Your gathering and crafting levels, your stats. And this is a short copy of your equipment, just in case you don't want to keep switching screens. This is your roster. You can have a total of 5 characters. Subsequent characters get a reduction in experience points. So it's 185, 70, 55, 40. You can rearrange these characters. From slot 1 to 5 every 6 hours. You can switch the characters and play them anytime you want. But as of right now, you can edit the roster and swap their positions once every 6 hours, so you can change, which character is getting full experience. In case you have certain buffs or there's seasonal things going on. Yeah. So you have your inventory. Currently changing a few things with the inventory. I had to make them square icons because the shared bank is coming soon. But yeah, you have your equipment. Some gear is regular gear, some gear is set gear. I'm going to be putting the rarity up here soon too. Materials, consumables, currencies, gemstones, quest items. Don't pay attention to any of these placeholder sprites. Equipment, this is all the stuff that you're going to have equipped on your character, including a pet, with your affected stats over here. When you already have a necklace equipped, it'll come up on the little panel right here, and it will show you the I don't want to unequip it. It'll show you the contrast or change in stats, positive and negative. Profile, this is going to be the information that people see when they go to your profile, with your collections, your achievements, titles, all that stuff. This is going to get a huge graphical overhaul because I want to be able to allow players to be able to change their profile card. Again, there's going to be things that you can get for rewards, and there will be purchasable themes for this as well. Professions. Gathering. We have woodcutting, mining, foraging, hunting, and fishing. You can only do one of these at a time, and there is a fatigue system. This is to prevent people from just, coming in, started woodcutting, right, and just leaving it on for 2 or 3 days. You do get the base, no matter what. Even at 100% fatigue, you will get the base. There's no bonus here right now because this is a new character for testing. But your bonuses go down based on the fatigue percentage. Again, this is just to keep people from staying logged in for 3 days, amassing millions of pieces of wood, and overpowering their account or their character. Crafting. You can forge equipment, smelt your bars, alchemy for potions, and cooking for meals, jewel crafting, and enchanting. This is a as you can see, I've got 33 bronze bars being crafted in queue. The way the forging forging system goes, because each class has certain weapons and offhands they can use. You would go in here and select, a dagger, how many you'd want to make, put them in there. You can use premium crafting items as well. So when you're, mining or woodcutting, There's a very, very, very small percentage that you're going to get like a radiant gem or something like that. And then when you use the premium items or materials, when you craft a weapon or offhand or a piece of armor, the actual results can go up to 150% more. Smelting is going to turn your ores into bars. Alchemy is for potions. This is going to get a little bit of a revamp, because I don't want players being able to craft the superior healing potions at level 3. So there will be a small level gate to most of these crafts. The cooking is going to get overhauled as well. I want a lot more than, what do we got, 13 meals. I want this game, I want the end result of this game to where you can go in there and you can set yourself up for, specifically crafting. So we'll get into that in a minute, but you can't sell dropped items on the market. You can only sell craftable items. So at some point, I want people to be able to go in here and get like a full forging set to increase the rarity potential, the power, the maximum stats. There are enchant slots as well. So we got jewel crafting. And then enchant, like if you take a superior chest that has 1 slot, these all have 2 slots to enchant. And then you can enchant the power of the enchantment is going to be based on a combination of your enchanting level and the quality and level of the gear that you are enchanting. Progression. This is all of your character information for like skills and stuff like that. In class upgrades, as you can see, the warrior gets to become a knight or a berserker. Both have different play styles. The knight can become a paladin or a guardian. The berserker can become a champion or a destroyer. And that goes for all of them as well. Supposed to auto-equip new skills. I'll figure that out, but those are your skills. You have passive skills as well. Ultimate skills. These are all the learned skills that you can have, and then these are the skills that you have not unlocked yet. This is for summons and forms. The forms are for like the druid. Codex. Codex is basically a list of everything in the game from what you've unlocked so far. Development. This is the one of the end game pieces right here. So you can spend so like attack power. Current plus 0%, next plus 1. So we're gonna upgrade that. I think we got the gold. And as you can see, the cost gets incrementally higher until you can't afford it anymore. The cost will be adjusted after testing. I left it like this so it wouldn't be super expensive to increase, and then your attack power goes up, obviously. All right, now we're gonna get. So you got the training grounds, academy research. That unlocks the character level 50. Area knowledge research. So this is like after you go through Greenwood Fringe, which we're gonna get down here to in a second to explain the rest of this. But the studies give you bonuses within an area in regards to drops and things like that. Pet training. This is for your pets. All pets are going to be able to be summonable in battle. If they're brought into battle as a pet, like a companion, something you've acquired, there will be a cooldown if they die. Summoned pets just have to be re-summoned. There are also relics. There's a legendary forge. area perfection, and this is going to be pretty much the same thing as the area knowledge research, but this is going to go towards like yields and experience points and things like that for the gathering. And legacy, this is the absolute end game thing. This is something that I believe you have to be level 100 in that character, and then you're going to have to choose to either, you know, basically prestige and start that character back off at level 1. I have not fully implemented this. Yeah, I haven't gone through everything. I haven't figured everything out. When you get your legacy points, you're going to be able to come in here and spend them. And this is going to be for like ultimate end game. You know, you're going to have that one character that is leveling up to try to progress. All right, and then you're going to have, you know, your other characters that are farming or trying to build certain things for your account. All right, let's get into content now. Combat. This is your basic. What do you call it? This is your basic content. Come in here, you start. You know, you start your fighting, and your character just fights and fights and fights and fights and fights. As you can see, these guys are completely screwing me up right now. It is 5 of them at level 14. A magic break, bleed, vulnerability. Like, they're just destroying me right now, which is fine. So it'll show you guys what happens when you die. Over off on the right, on the alerts, you're reviving. It takes 10 seconds to revive. And then it takes another 5 seconds for you to find your first battle. That will be showing up here. See, revived at full HP and ready to fight again. And then 2, 1. Now you're fine. Now your character's fighting 4. And remember, this character is completely ungeared. So he is going to get beat up a little bit more. But you have 10 stages. Or 10 areas. Each with drop, rarity, and gold modifiers. The bottom, this is just some information. About the current targets, your area rules, or information. You know, my reputation is honored, and then as soon as it gets up to that, from fighting there, it'd be revered. Mastery still at 0. I have no boss skills yet because I haven't gotten to stage 20. Rare drop, all that stuff. Then we have a veteran mode, elite mode, and mythic mode. This is to try to keep each of the areas relevant for later gameplay. You know, because each area has a specific. I think maybe 2 specific sets that drop just for that area, completely separate from the other gear sets. And then, like I said, it shows all the basic information. And we have tower mode. So your first tower goes up to 100, then you have an elite and a master tower. So the reward for this one, I believe, is the wolf. I had to put that on there. Yeah, so there's a wolf, an ancient wolf, and I don't know, a spiritual wolf or whatever. So there's 3 pets here. Once you beat Master Tower, you're going to have Endless Tower. Endless Tower is going to have extreme scaling. And this is just to make sure that, you know, players don't pop in there and get up to floor 1072 or whatever. This is going to be like your end game, part of your end game grind right here. There's going to be a Fire, Ice, Lightning, Earth, Holy, and Shadow Tower. These are elemental towers. All 100 floors in here are going to be element based, and they're going to be harder than elite. Probably closer to master, which is going to be hard. I may even make them harder than master. The goal is I want people to have to basically gear themselves and set them up. So, like, if you're in Fire Tower, obviously you're going to want gear with ice attributes. You're going to want some potions and some meals to increase your fire resistance and things of that nature. But yeah, there's plenty of content in here. You can enter the floor, auto progress, or if you're stuck, you can raid the best floor and get tokens and stuff. Dungeons. This is This is just a piece of content, so you can send your character in. Like if you swap over to another character and you're doing something, you want to go and you want to get some additional materials, gears, drops, and things like that from the area that you're in. Your character will go in here and automatically fight. This has 5 encounters, 8 and 12. Each one of these dungeons has a little bit of a gimmick. Root snare packs, and it drops thorn-touched hides. The moss root warrens has regenerating moss nests where enemies will regenerate. Leech pools, enemies have life drain, life steal. Fungal sink, poison spore clouds will come up and randomly poison your characters if they're not protected against it. All of these just have some sort of little bit of a gimmick to make it, a little bit more fun. By default, you will these battles will take place in the background, but there will be an option to show live combat. Like if you want to sit here and just watch it to see how the battle plays out and what happens with the little gimmick mechanics or whatever. And another reason to do these, as you can see, guaranteed 1 item, which will be a piece of gear, plus 1 rarity bonus item, which means if you're in Greenwood Fringe, and Greenwood Fringe can only drop common and uncommon gear. If you do a dungeon, you'll be guaranteed plus 1 rarity bonus item, which means you would get a rare item in addition to the regular drops. And then it also has a 150% chance stat potential, which means if you drop a piece of gear that would normally have a maximum of 10 attack, this could on 1 stat put the extra 50% and be 15. Alright, Wold Boss. This, I'm sure you guys all know what this is. This is a DPS check, a damage check. This is just basically bragging rights. You get 3 attempts a day. Only the highest damage counts. You can do it on 3 of your characters. If you want for the tokens, like if you want to do your main character and then farm tokens on another character, you can swap over. Expeditions. These things are set up just so you can passively farm more stuff in the area that you're in. But I think the real benefit to this is going to be, like, let's say you're in Area 4. You're in Ashen Quarry, and you're actively combating in there for more experience and more gold, but you still want to farm stuff in Greenwood. You can go ahead and start this. It will run for an hour, and all of the drops will be from Greenwood Fringe, if that makes sense. Homestead. This is also going to be more of an endgame feature. This is going to be a show-off thing. When you visit other players' profiles, there's 2 things you can view: their profile card and their homestead. This main house, when you click it, it's going to open up. It's going to have a place for you to put your trophies and your flags or banners or whatever. But these right here are going to give you bonuses. There's a workshop, library, Explorers Guild. There's a bunch of different buildings that can be built. And there's 5 levels of the homestead. It's basic wood, advanced wood, basic stone, advanced stone, and then the final one. They all come with their own homestead image. There's 5 different variations of each building when you level up. Same with the main house. But the goal is for players to be able to basically decorate their main building, so when people come in, they can look at it. There will be skins and themes for this as well. Commission. This is just daily, weekly rewards. There's nothing crazy here. It's basic stuff. Kill this, farm that, whatever. Kind of just give people a little bit of a reward for going through different parts of the content. Now, We got the leaderboards. Leaderboards are exactly what you think they are. There's going to be, it's going to show the top 10 in each, what do you call it? In each category, it's going to show the top 10, and then right underneath it, it'll show you where you're at. Market. I have the market completely built, and it's ready to go as soon as we get this game online. And as you can see, all the sellable items are up here. Can't sell any of these items because they were dropped. So if you drop an item, it's bound to character. If you create or craft an item, I think it's bind on equip, which technically means you can enchant everything. When you craft an item and you put it on the when you sell it on the market, you're gonna have the ability to use a token to put crafted by and your name on it. Social, we have friends, online profile, inbox, safety. We can block people in party. This is something that I've implemented and it works. So you add your character to the party. You can go to your friends and you can hit higher, 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 and then now you have a full party of 5 characters. And this gives you bonuses for having more players in your party. And this will help you in an expedition and some other places. There's a chat system here. General market whisper system. Then you have your log, which has all the information that's going on in the game separated, so you can see settings. Right now we only have 3 themes. There will be themes that you can get as rewards and purchasable themes. Same with the skins and everything else. A lot of this stuff is going to change. This is going to be like a tutorial section for the game. Dev, you guys don't need to see that. So you have the name of the game, character, and it's going to have the class and level next to it. Hit points, experience points, gold, and all your currencies. Potions, food. This is what you're doing in combat, gathering. Content is inactive, so there's no content going on right now, and no crafting. So current activity over here on the right. Combat active, battle, Greenwood Fringe. Gathering active, mining, Greenwood Fringe. This shows you your basic shit. This has your crafting queue over here. Recent rewards. This shows all of the, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The last 6 drops, which are all special drops, are gear. The reason these gears right here are whited out is because they were put on auto sell or auto dismantle. And this one was kept. Then your daily progress alerts. It's just going to show you things that you have not done or important information, like when you die and you're reviving. Yeah, that's pretty much everything in the game, I think. Oh, wait, no. So you have your characters over here. My second character, Gurk2 is a ranger. When you switch over, it shows you all the stuff that has happened and that you gained while your character was not active. Same thing with character 3, Gurk3. He's been fishing. Got some gear too. Go back here, there ain't no copper tin. Yeah, this was only 27 seconds. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.